What is up, my people? Ragnar the Warwolf here. I am going to teach you guys how to save 10 hours a week by meal prepping. So I'm going to break my whole system down for you. Today we're going to cook 2 weeks worth of rice. We have got 6.5 pounds of eye of round beef here, and we've got 4 pounds of chicken. We've got some vegetables, a little bit of bacon, and I'm gonna cook all of this up. So right now it is 3 p.m. It's 2:59, and we're gonna see exactly how long this takes. I'm gonna run you through the whole process step by step by step so you can start saving time and eating right and reaching those goals and hitting those gains. Thank you guys. So this eye of round could totally be cooked as a roast. I just prefer to cut it up into steaks because I think it cooks a little quicker and I'm just more familiar with the process and it's just a little bit easier for me to do. Now, if you want to cook it as a roast, that's totally fine. So again, people tell me all the time when they sign up with me that, oh, it's expensive to work with the coach. Oh, it's expensive to eat healthy. And I mean, yes and fucking no. So a lot of my clients, when they sign up for me, they're going out to eat multiple times a week because they're not meal prepping, right? So they're going out to lunch, they're eating shitty fucking garbage, and they're spending a shitload of money doing it. So right here, I mean, I showed it to you. You got 30 bucks, 30 bucks, some fucking bacon, some vegetables. I mean, we're at under $100 ticket here, and the crazy thing is, this is I'm prepping for 2 weeks right here, protein wise, right, and really carbohydrate wise too, because I'm going to cook all my rice right there. So you can actually save a lot of money by doing this, especially when you get it down to a science, because it removes the variable of you going out to restaurants multiple times a week during the day, simply because you don't have any other choice. If you want to go to restaurants, like go to restaurants, enjoy it. I love going to restaurants. You know what I mean? And if you're fucking super rich and it's not a problem, then go to restaurants every day. If you've got like butlers at your house and you know you could just afford that, then that, you know, do your thing. I'm not mad at you. And if you're rich, so rich to the point that you don't even name your butlers just have numbers. Like, get the fuck over here, number one. Then by all means, go to the finest restaurants every day. But for the rest of us, meal prep. It's going to save you a shitload of money. So, like I said, I'm going to cut this up into steaks. Real simple. Boom. So there you have it. They come out. I cut them into about 1 inch steaks. You can see these eye rounds. You can trim this fat off if you want. I'm not gonna. I like the fat. I'm not worried about it. My fat intake is super low every week, anyways. So honestly, I probably need a little extra dietary fats, and I'm not one of these people that's afraid to get some good old fashioned saturated fats from animal sources. So we're not worried about that. But if you want to make this a little leaner, if you're more trending towards the carbohydrate side of things, and you want to keep the fat lower, then by all means, trim the fat off. No big deal. That's up to you. Eye of round is a pretty lean cut of beef. You can see the ratio here, and if you trim that fat off, there's virtually no fat marbleized through this meat. So yeah, you can plug it into MyFitnessPal, but it's a pretty lean cut. Then we got chicken breast, which is really lean. So we're gonna dress that out next. So these chicken breasts tend to come in quite a few different sizes and thicknesses. So what I like to do is I just like to go long ways down them and just fillet them into two separate pieces. Boom. You got two little chicken breast fillets. That's going to cook a lot more even than having chicken breast fillets of 26 different sizes in there. So again, this is probably not a necessary part. This is just something, again, you want to systemize all this. You want to get this down to a system to where you just can go through the motions without really having to think about it. So the other thing I like about cutting them this way is I know exactly how long I have to put this on the grill for. In fact, on my specific grill, to get these at about 100, a nice moist 165 degrees internal temp, I need to grill them for 10 minutes on each side exactly. And so that helps me optimize the process and remove variables that I don't want to have to deal with. So that's, again, the whole idea of meal prepping is efficiency. So, like, you can make meal prepping as complicated as you want. You can make fucking fancy meals. Like, you can make delicious, fancy fucking meals as long as they fall within your macros and your calories, and you can do a whole bunch of extra shit and make fucking fondue and make, you know, fancy French dishes that are fucking delicious, and you can spend 9 hours doing that. But honestly, like, And if you enjoy it, like, go ahead, you know, great. I'm happy for you. Like, if that's your thing, I fucking hate cooking. I want to be done with this as quick as possible. That's the whole idea of meal prepping for me is I don't have time to do this throughout the weeks. I'm incredibly busy. I run 3 businesses. I train professionally for fighting. So I just don't have time to fuck around with shit. So I want to make this as efficient as possible, right? And I've also found that, and again, I've done a lot of diets. I've done a lot of really hard cuts. If you keep it simple, you know, in your seasoning, in how you cook your food, you don't want your food to be the most delicious, palatable thing ever. You don't want it to be like disgusting where every bite's like, oh, fuck, I hate this. But you don't want to eat really, really good food because then you're going to get through your little bowl of food and you're going to want another bowl of food. Whereas with this, with like chicken breast with a couple fucking vegetables and some bacon, it's not horrible. You know, I can eat it, but I don't really like fucking enjoy it. And when I'm done with it, I'm like, not, I don't want to go grab another bowl of fucking 6 ounces of chicken breast and vegetables. So that again helps you comply with your diet. Also choosing foods that are incredibly nutrient dense. Chicken breast, you can eat a shitload of chicken breast and get very little calories and get a shitload of protein. So selecting foods like that, Greek yogurt, chicken breast, vegetables, fruits, things of that nature, rather than high fat, high threshold energy. Like, yes, I won't dispute the fact that calories are calories. If you want to lose weight, what really matters is expending more calories than you're ingesting, right? But at the same time, you can eat a lot more chicken breast and fucking vegetables and white rice or potatoes than you can of chips and donuts and you can still have 2,000 calories worth of chicken and fucking broccoli and it's like you're satiated and you're stuffed and you're having trouble eating all your meals all day and you could trick your brain into not really knowing that you're in a deficit. Whereas with the donut, it's like 3 fucking donuts and then you're at 2,000 calories and you're done eating and you haven't gotten any protein. So yeah, that whole camp kind of confuses me. Next step in the process, we've got our delicious vegetables here. Keep it real simple with these. I just dice them up and they're going to get cooked in that pan with the bacon. Awesome. So as you can see, I am doing everything at once. I'm batch cooking. So over here on the stove, we've got the rice going, we've got the vegetables and the bacon going. Now I'm gonna head out and I'm gonna get the grill started. Again, you can cook your meat however the fuck you want. I'm just really good on the grill. I'm really familiar with my grill and I can get a really good uniform cook. I can bring it to the right temperature and I know exactly how long it's gonna take. So variables like that are important to learn how to maintain. Doesn't really matter how you cook it. You want to be able to cook it in a batch. The grill's a great option. The oven's a great option. All different kinds of ways to do it. But you want to learn you want to be able to cook it all at once and you want to learn how to control the variables so that you know exactly how long it's going to take so that you can multitask like this. So you're not having to do one thing at a time. Let's go get the grill started. Come on. So you guys can go as simple or as complicated as you want on the seasonings here. If you don't have blood pressure issues, sodium's probably not a problem. I think that's been way conflated in modernity. Your body needs sodium, and you're working out now, you're sweating, you need electrolytes, you need sodium. So I'm not too concerned about that. The only seasoning I wouldn't use is something that's got a caloric value to it, like that's got a bunch of sugar. I don't know if they make seasonings like that or not. I'm sure they do in this modern age of sugar addiction. So, again, do what you want to do here on the seasonings. I keep it pretty simple just because simplicity wins the day and we're trying to be what? Efficient. Oh, look, oh, they're still attached. Luckily, I got my handy dandy meat cleaver here. So, we've got our food cooked. We're ready to rock. Just to update you guys on time, It is 4:47. Everything's cooked. Everything's ready to go. All we got to do is bag this shit up and get it stored and put up. That's going to take me about 10 minutes here. Honestly, I fucked around on my phone. I responded to a bunch of messages. I did a bunch of extra shit, or I could have had this done probably 15 minutes ago. So as you can see, again, now I've consolidated the cleaning too, right? So every time you cook, you have to clean. You make a gigantic fucking mess all over the place. You fuck all these pans up, all these plates, all these pots, all this shit. I don't know how you guys like cooking. There are people out there that genuinely enjoy cooking. I'm not one of them, but some people do. So I've consolidated my whole cleaning process to one day too, right? Now everything's it's so much easier like this. So now we're just going to bag it up. So what you need is two things. You might not be able to see me right now, but I'm still here. Really, really easy. So what you need is, so now we're going to bag everything up. That's how I do it. You can do it in Tupperwares too. I think I'm actually going to switch over to those, but for now I've been using the plastic bags, absorbing those good microplastics into my body. I'm not too concerned about it, to be honest with you. So what you need, food scale, easy. Bags, easy. And a cup measure, 1 cup. So you basically need all the accoutrements of a drug dealer, right? You need your fucking baggies, you need your food scale, and you need your handy dandy. I don't know, do drug dealers use these? Maybe not. They're dealing a lot of drugs, I suppose. So I'm gonna start with the rice. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna portion it all out, right? We're gonna portion it into meal-sized portions. So for me, right now I'm on a cut. I'm not eating a whole lot of rice. Even when I'm not cutting, I usually do a 1 cup as a serving of rice. If I'm like on a bulk and I'm eating much more calories and much more carbohydrates, I just take 2 bags. You know what I mean? It's real simple. That way it's all split up. If something changes, I get a short notice fight and I go from bulking to cutting real fast. Then I don't have to oh man, now I'm having to split bags in half. Yeah, we're not doing all that. So that's it. Simple, dimple, do. That's a cup. Sorry, I've become rather parched in this process. 1 liter down. Drink your water, it's important. I forgot what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I'm teaching you guys how to meal prep. Look. This meat cleaver. Very important. It has to be done with a meat cleaver. I lied about that. So, you guys can see what I'm doing here. I'm cutting meat up. Simple. I'll cut meat up like that. And I'll cut meat up like this. Why? Because I like to mix my meat with rice. It's as simple as that. Got to taste test it. Make sure it's not poisoned. I'm like Mithridates. I'm immune to all types of poisons. I've been exposing myself to them, arsenic and whatnot, since I was a child in micro doses. And now at this stage, at 35, there's nothing can kill me. No poison can kill me. So I am the king's poison tester, and this meat is not poisoned. It's good to go. So portion-wise, it's going to depend on what your meal plan says. What old Big Pappy Ragnar puts on your meal plan. So for me right now, is that in grams? Nope, ounces. That's what we want. All right. So for me right now, 6 ounces is a serving of my meats. So that's it. Real easy, man. You scoop the meats. You put them on the scale. There's 3.9 ounces. Look, that's about 6 ounces right there. 6.3 ounces. Don't tell on me. Now I'm going to take these meats off the plate and I'm going to put them in the bag. It takes the meat off the plate and it puts it in the bag. Meat off the plate or else it gets the hose again. Oh, sorry, I wasn't supposed to say that on camera. It's a little over. I'm trying to get big anyways, you know what I mean? This whole weight class shit. I wish I could just get as huge and freaky as fucking possible. When I'm done fighting, I'm gonna get as huge and fucking freaky as possible. Literally, I'm just gonna turn myself into a post-apocalyptic humanoid. Just some fucking mutated freak. Fucking not even no neck. Just traps and shoulders. Just for fun. And then I'll get myself back down to this wonderful athletic physique I have again afterwards. Just to say I did it once, you know what I mean? Onwards with a heart of steel. So here we go. Really easy. We're just measuring out the chicken. I personally, because I'm not like a huge chicken fan, to be completely honest with you guys, keep that on the down low. It's full disclosure. I really don't like fucking chicken, but I eat it every week because it's super lean, super good for you. Best protein source from meat, anyways. I think it's highest protein to fat ratio, or one of them, unless you want to eat like ground turkey or something. So I like to mix my bacon and my vegetables with the chicken because it makes it a little bit better. That's really all it comes down to. So I like my red meat. I can eat that on its own because it's fucking delicious. I'm a big red meat eater. It's absolutely one of my favorites. I would subsist on nothing but red meat like the carnivore people if I believed in that shit. But I personally just don't. I think you need carbohydrates for your workouts. You need carbohydrates for energy. So unfortunately, I can't just eat red meat like some kind of cannibalistic freak. So what I got to do is I take this here chicken, it's inferior white meat that I don't like to fucking eat, and I mix some of these vegetables with it. Boom, that's it. Look, now you got a bag of chicken and veggies. That's going to be a lot better than just a bag of chicken. So that's it, man. This is like, the final stage. I might run out of bags. Then what will I do? I've got more bags over there. All right. So, my scale's turning off. Again, my servings for chicken right now are 6 ounces. They were down to 4 ounces for a while there, but and I was doing more shakes, but right now we're back up to 6 ounces. So, you know why? Because I am starting the slow taper of reverse dieting back up to maintenance. So I'm at 168 pounds yesterday morning. I'm going to diet for the next, I've got exactly 2 more weeks. Next Friday will be the end of my diet. But I'm not going to rebound. I'm not going to do what everybody does at the end of a diet and just go berserk and start eating fucking donuts and cinnamon rolls. Ooh, cinnamon rolls sound good, and pepperoni pizza. Oh my God. Maybe I should. Maybe I should just blow back up immediately. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to stay disciplined and focused. So I'm going to reverse diet my way back up. What does that mean? I'm just going to slowly add the calories back up to maintenance. You can go right back up to maintenance, but the key is you don't want to go above maintenance. So for me, that means we're just kind of going to start walking the protein up first a little bit. And then we'll match it with carbs and all that other stuff. All that other good stuff. Carbs and fats. So that is it, people. It is just after 5 o'clock. I started at 3 p.m. and I have 2 weeks worth of meal prep completed. So just over 2 hours. Honestly, I could have got it done inside of 2 hours, but like I said, I responded to messages. I booked a couple calls. I did some other stuff. I wasn't like super mission oriented today by any means, but still, even multitasking, fucking around on my phone, doing all that stuff. We're looking at just over 2 hours of work to get 2 weeks worth of food prepared. I can't stress that enough to you guys. Now it's all in bags, it's ready to go. So what do we do now? We want to store the vast majority of it in the freezer. So we'll store the vast majority of it in the freezer. I pull out 2 days worth at a time. So that's 2 days worth of carbs, 2 days worth of proteins, and I set them in the refrigerator. That way they thaw out as the time goes on, and then I bring those to work with me. I bring those to training with me, and I eat those throughout the day. So again, I can't stress enough how important meal prep is. Honestly, all jokes aside, this is going to be the key to you reaching your goals and you hitting your targets in your fitness journey. If you're trying to scramble throughout the day, throughout your busy day, you're trying to go to restaurants and you're trying to just eat on the go and track it, it's not going to happen. This way, everything's weighed, everything's measured. You're not eating hyper palatable food. Sure, you kept it simple. You saw what I cooked: chicken, vegetables, rice, beef. That's it. Should be the bedrock of your nutritional program. That's it. It's so fucking simple. Throw in a couple of whey shakes, a little bit of Greek yogurt, maybe some cottage cheese, a little bit more vegetables, some fresh fruits, and you have a well-rounded meal that is super sustainable, super time efficient, and is going to be something that you're going to be able to eat in your caloric range. So I ran you through the whole process here, guys. If you don't have to use my system, I've just perfected this over the years. If you've got something better, use it. But this will give you an idea. If you're brand new to my program, you're coming in, you're hearing me talk about meal prep, you're hearing people in the group talk about meal prep. This is how we do it. This is how my most successful clients do it. This is how Simon did it, who dropped almost a fucking 100 pounds. You know what I mean? This is how James did it, who you saw his transformation. This is how Brandon did it. This is how Tina did it. This is how all of my most successful clients, they followed my system. They copied how I do meal prep. They made it their own. You know, they don't all do it on the grill. They have their own systems. They have their own protocols. That's fine. Make it your own. But use my framework, because I've been doing this for a long time. I figured out what does work, what doesn't work. I figured out what's time effective. I used to spend hours doing this shit. Hours and hours and hours. I've done it every other day. I've done it once a week. This is the most effective system I've came up with. I prep 2 weeks in advance. Super easy. Like I said, 2 fucking hours. You're going to save yourself probably 10 hours a week. So in that process, I probably saved myself 20 hours. That's half a work week. Imagine what I can do with those 20 hours. You guys have a great fucking day. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, share. Take a screenshot, print it off, post it on your wall. You know what I mean, with Ragnar there. Just kidding. But thank you guys for tuning in. You guys, let's get after it. Let's crush it. Ragnar, the War Wolf, is out.